Today, I'm going to walk you through my 7 income streams one by one in order of how much I make in each one. Just a few years ago, I didn't have any income coming in on a regular basis. So I was at 0 to 1 income streams. So to have 7 plus, it's just amazing to me. But I've learned a lot along the way. And I think going over my income streams today will help you decide how you can make money, either actively or passively. I used to hear from people who were very wealthy and the people who wrote about them that most millionaires have 7 income streams. And this is true. Most millionaires do have 7 or more income streams. But what I didn't get taught back in the day, which is what I'm going to teach you right now, is that they didn't have those 7 income streams at the very beginning. In fact, most of the people who are successful, wealthy, and sustainably wealthy had one major income stream for years and years and years, and sometimes decades, and then they expanded from there. Sure, they would try different things. Sure, they would pivot sometimes, but really having 3, 4, 5 different things you're working on at once is not the path to wealth. So that's the mistake I see a lot of people making early on, including myself. I thought you had to have several income streams at the beginning stage to have any chance of getting wealthy. Thank goodness I learned this big lesson along the way, which is focus on one major thing for at least 1 year or until you make $1 million doing it. And then you can think about adding something to that. So I'm going to tell you my income streams, starting with the least amount made each year, going all the way to the most made each year. And it might be surprising what number one is. One thing you won't hear me talk about in this list is my salary. Even though I have companies and I work, I don't count my salary in my income streams, mainly because most of the time I don't take a salary, especially if I'm the owner or the co-founder of the company. This is just a way for me to pour back into the company, reinvest in it, and then grow the company for the asset value that it has. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Don't get that confused with what I usually say about paying yourself first in your freelancing, your coaching, etc., because it's really important to do that. Number 7. This is the one that I make the least amount on, but I still make thousands of dollars from it per year. This is online courses. Now, just a couple of years ago, this would have been very much towards the top of my list, but I've pulled back on charging for courses, and instead I'm incorporating my courses in other income streams that make me more money. But online courses are a very great way to make some income. The great thing about online courses is that you can build it once and just sell it over and over again. As long as you keep it up to date, you don't have to do a ton of work. And so even while you're sleeping, somebody can be paying for your course. Now, there are a lot of courses out there, so yours really has to stand out. And there are actually better ways to use a course than to sell them outright. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. I make about 30,000 to 40,000 a year on my courses now, and I used to make 6 figures on my courses. Number 6, affiliates, and very specifically affiliates for the membership platform that I use, School. So you can look at the link in my description below to get your very own School platform that you can use to make money. And each time you use my link, I get paid a percentage of that month after month as long as you're active. So you can see how this can add up. In fact, I won the School games by being an affiliate of School. I was one of the top 5 affiliates in September. So in October, I went to Vegas and I met Alex Hormozy, Sam Ovens, and the rest of the people who won the School games that month. I love affiliates because you can get really creative in your content and your traffic to affiliate links. And you don't have to create anything. You don't have to start out an entirely new business or entirely new IP, intellectual property. So if you're one of those people who's having trouble thinking of what your offer could be, you could partner with a website or a service that you love that's preferably higher ticket, meaning it costs more, so that when you get your percentage of it, it's more per sale, and therefore you don't have to sell a ton of them to make good money. Right now, I make between $30,000 and $40,000 on one affiliate program alone. And I'm very selective about which affiliate programs I use. It's a little bit like sponsorships in that you can talk about it in your videos, you can send people to it, you can advertise it, but the company is not paying you up front to do so. This has its benefits though, because it's really up to you about how much you want to promote it, how creative you want to get, and you can have multiple affiliate links depending on your niche. So you're not just waiting around for a sponsor to come to you and offer you money, you're working towards it every single day in your own way. It's completely okay to have an affiliate program, an affiliate link where you're only making a couple of dollars per sale. But my suggestion to you is to find something that pays you at least $30 per sale, if not more. For instance, you could be someone's affiliate when it comes to travel services or electronics or something that's a higher ticket, so that each time you make a sale for them, you're getting hundreds of dollars or more. Number 5 is YouTube AdSense dollars. That means every time YouTube runs an ad before and in my videos, I'm getting paid for that view. And that number can really range depending on your own niche. But for me, I make about $15 on average per 1,000 views. And I get 5,000 to 20,000 views per day at this point. So I'm making between $60,000 and $100,000 per year on YouTube AdSense alone. This is something that took me 4 years to crack the code of monetization. But once I cracked the code, I started to really figure things out just in a few months. And every single day, I'm making at least $150. You could become monetized quickly, or it may take you a long time. But either way, in order to become monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. It's not as difficult to get to these numbers as you may think. 1 or 2 great videos that catch a spark will get you there, and consistency will really get you there. But as you can see, it's number 5 out of 7 on my list. So it's not even the highest, but it does help me pay for an editor, and it helps me plan the rest of my content calendar, knowing that that money is coming in every day. It's a big motivator to make these videos, to be honest, because it helps me understand, okay, I'm getting paid the same amount of money I used to get paid to work 8 to 12-hour days. I'm getting paid to post one video on YouTube. It's crazy. Number 4 of my 7 income streams is book publishing. So every year since 2019, I have made 5 figures from book publishing alone. And that is because I have 2 books out. One is called It's About Damn Time. The other one is called Your First Million. And for each of those book deals with a major publisher, I received a 6-figure deal. Now, one thing to know about book deals is that, especially if you're getting them from a major or medium-sized publisher, is that you're not getting all of that money up front, even if it's a large number. Instead, what publishers do is they pay you over 4 or 5 payments over approximately a 2-year period. So you'll get paid a fraction of your total deal when you first sign with that publisher. Then you'll get paid again when you deliver the final manuscript. Then you'll get paid again when the book comes out. And then you'll get paid approximately a year later on the 1-year anniversary of your book coming out. That's how most of those deals work, from both the ones that I've seen other people get and the 2 major deals that I've received. So every single year so far since 2019, I've made high 5 figures from my book deal alone. One other thing to remember about a big book deal is that it is an advance. So the more copies of that book you sell, the more chance you have to make even more money on royalties in the long run. My tip for you is to either self-publish or to get a great deal with a smaller, medium-sized publisher so that you can get your book out to the world and have a calling card. And then you can use your book to actually book the top 4 of my income streams. So you use it as leverage rather than only thinking about that deal that you can get. So speaking of, number three on my list is paid speaking. I get paid 5 figures to speak on stages around the world, and my rate goes up and up and up each year. So I have a lot of fun doing that, especially because I used to have debilitating stage fright, and I never thought I would speak in front of thousands of people on a stage, let alone get paid to do so. But because I have my books out and people read my books and then they invite me to come speak and share what's in my books and then do book signings, have a fireside chat, present, etc., those companies and organizations are willing to pay top dollar to bring me in. I have several friends who make a great living on their speaking fees alone. It's not the easiest thing to break into, and especially these days, it's harder and harder to get your full rate, but it's something that you can really, really have a great time doing and get yourself in front of some decision makers for even more opportunities for yourself. So again, the higher we go on my list, the more leveraged each item is. There's a bonus income stream that's not in my top 7 today, but I'm banking on it being my number 1 in the future. And that is ownership/investment ROI, return on investment. You may know that I'm an investor by day, and I've invested millions of dollars out of a venture fund into startups. I've also made angel investments in several companies, funds, all types of projects. And over time, those will go on to make money back. Now, some of them already have, but there's this whole complicated structure of how I get paid versus the people who invest with me get paid. But what you need to know for this video is that I expect that number to be the number 1 driver of my wealth over the next few years. And that is what I'm banking on, and that's what most venture capitalists and investors bank on. In the meantime, I'm on a mission to help 1,000 people make their first million. And so I'm going to teach you by doing. I'm in the trenches with you as an entrepreneur. Okay, so this is getting really, really good. We're getting to our top 2 on the list. See if you can guess what number 1 is. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe right now so that you don't miss any of my videos. I just checked, and 40% of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribers. So make sure you subscribe right now. Also, let me know how many income streams you have in the comments below. Remember, if you have just one great income stream, you can far outpace most people trying to juggle multiple things at once. Okay, the second most lucrative income stream on my list is corporate partnerships. So the same corporations that bring me in to speak and pay top dollar also bring me in afterwards to consult with them, meet with their executives, or do some sort of exchange with their customers or their employees. So this encompasses all types of things like sponsorships, educational packages, consulting by the year, being a spokesperson for a brand, etc. This pays top dollar because the idea is my time and energy and insights should be able to make a lot more for that company than what they pay me. So they're making that bet on me, and I feel confident that I can help them make more money than they hand me. Over the years, I have come to really understand the value of my time. So my rates are premium because I believe that if you spend time with me as a corporation, I can help you in multiple ways in a short amount of time. It's a leveraged position, and it's something that I try to instill in everyone that I work with. No time for imposter syndrome. We're worth it, and we should ask for what we're worth. So each year I make at least 6 figures with corporate partnerships. Make sure you're subscribed, and this is the number 1 income stream on my list today. Memberships. You may have guessed it, memberships. I talk about memberships so much on this channel because it is the number 1 income stream for me today. And I want to help you feel the same way I feel every single morning when I check into my memberships and I see so many wonderful comments and posts and that energy of that community working together for a common goal. That's monthly recurring revenue that is at least 6 figures today, but is very, very close to being 7 figures as an annual run rate. And I have been working side by side with people who went from a year ago making nothing on memberships to making 5 and 6 figures per month. These are the people that I hang with in the masterminds, in these different courses that I'm in. I get to meet them at the school games and elsewhere, and they are just killing it. I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars this year to be in masterminds about memberships so that I can help you reach your financial goals faster. Check the links in my description to learn more about this and how I'm helping more than 400 people make $100,000 over the next 12 months. I'm going to show you in this video exactly how to start a new income stream today without any experience needed.